The local court in Kolkata has found Sanjay Roy, who was a 33-year-old civic police volunteer, guilty in the gruesome rape and murder case of a trainee doctor at the state-run RG hospital. He will be sentenced on Monday, bringing closure to the brutal incident that had shaken the nation earlier. In a 160-page judgment, the court in Sealdah convicted Roy under sections of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita that deal with rape, murder and causing death. The information that's coming in at the moment is that after the judgment was read out, the victim's father broke down in the court, telling the judge that you've honored the faith that I reposed in you. Remember, Sanjay Roy, the accused in the case and now the convict, repeated his claim that he was being framed as his lawyers tried to calm him down. When he was being taken out, he claimed that a certain IPS also knew everything. Well, that's the latest coming in at the moment. We have my colleague Saurabh Gupta also getting us more on that. Saurabh, now accused Sanjay Roy has been found guilty. We believe the arguments on punishment will be taking place on Monday. What happened in the court? Take us through the details.
Well, a little before 2:30, which was the fixed time for the court to pronounce its verdict, Sanjay Roy, the main accused, was brought into court amidst tight security. The courtroom was, of course, crowded with lawyers and, of course, also members of the press who were covering the proceedings. Now, the court started pronouncing the order. But as it started pronouncing the order, it addressed the accused and read out all the charges that Sanjay Roy, the accused, had been booked under. The RG rape and murder accused Sanjay Roy was then convicted. The court said it found him guilty, and of course this is the additional district and sessions court in Sealdah, and the judge Anirban delivered the verdict in the open courtroom. Even though the trial has been held in camera, which means it was not open to anyone, the verdict was delivered in the open courtroom. The accused was found guilty, and Sanjay Roy was convicted under section 64, 66 and 1031 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Now, obviously, the accused was stoic when the verdict was passed, but then the court asked him if he had something to say after the verdict was announced, and he said, "I'm being framed. I wear a Rudrakshmala. If I had committed that crime, that would have broken. What justice can I expect?" Then he said, I haven't done this. Why are those who did it being allowed to go? At this point, the court said, "I will hear you on Monday." But he said, "One IPS knows everything. Why am I not being allowed to speak?" At this point, Sanjay Roy's lawyers asked him to calm down, and the court, of course, said that, they would hear him on Monday, and asked the police to escort him out of court. Now, the judgment, the court said, is about 160 pages. It won't be uploaded today, given the fact that, it's a Saturday, and, certified copies won't be available of the judgment. But the sentencing arguments will take place at 12:30 on Monday, and after that, the sentence or the punishment, the quantum of punishment, will be announced. The judge did make certain observations in court while explaining the structure of the court verdict, and he said that I have criticized some activities of the police authorities and the hospital authorities that came out during the evidence. The judge observed, and this is important, that the activities of the HOD, MSVP and the principal have created some confusion, and that has been criticized. Okay. The judge also said that, the matter will be taken up on Monday. And lastly, the lawyer, the family of the victim, you have shown full respect to the faith we reposed in you, and that's where the court proceedings ended today.